sparkly friends. So I'm here in the kitchen. I was not planning on baking today, but I was going to bake some cookies. I'm having people over tomorrow. I'm not sure when I'm actually going to end up posting this one, but tomorrow is Grey Cup in Canada, CFL, and the Bombers, my team, is in the final. So I'm having people over tomorrow, and we're having a little Grey Cup party. I haven't really celebrated the Grey Cup like this probably since I was a cheerleader cheering for the Blue. So now, as a proud Bomber cheer alumni and CFL cheer alumni, I'm excited to have my family over tomorrow. And I thought I would bake a few Bomber-inspired cookies, but then that got me thinking of how I can prepare a bit for Christmas baking. So the cool thing about baking is it freezes really well. So I figured if I was making some sugar cookies today with Bomber logos on them, why not make a double recipe and cut them out in Christmas cookies. So I've got with me today, just using this little cup to make circles to put the Bomber logo on. And then I pulled out 2 of my Christmas cookie cutters. I like stars and trees, super duper simple. But I figured baking can take time, right? You pull out all the ingredients, you mess up a ton of bowls and pans and all that kind of stuff. So why not kind of get 2 things done at once, make my Bomber cookies and make a bunch for Christmas time that I can freeze. I'm not just making sugar cookies this year, I also plan to make chocolate chip cookies. I like to make little pretzel bites with Hershey Kisses on them, and they're delicious. So I figure the more you can get done early, the better. So today I'm doing my sugar cookies. And then what I think I plan to do over the next couple of weeks is every week make one of the things that I want to make. So I want some cupcakes, but I already made them. They're in the freezer just waiting to be iced. My sugar cookies will be done today. I want to maybe make, if I have time, some chocolate crinkle cookies. I like baking. I love baking. And my baking lasts for Christmas Eve at my house. It lasts for my staff Christmas party that I host for my staff at Maples Academy of Dance each year. And then I bring also dessert to my mom's house on Christmas Day. So I've got 3 big baking things to make sure I have a full list of tray items. So I do have a lot to get off the list, but to kind of keep it stress-free, 1 a week, keep it simple. And when you know you have to make a lot of something, make a double batch, freeze the rest. So my cupcakes, I said they're already frozen. There's some already frozen. Well, for my mom's birthday a few weeks back, I made her just some plain cupcakes and I iced them for her. I made a bunch of extras and I put them in, like cupcake liners. I put them in those, they're Christmas ones, so they're ready to just have some Christmas icing put onto them closer to the holidays, maybe a couple days before I need to use them. We'll get the Christmas icing on them, but I don't have to go through baking, 2 dozen cupcakes. They're already there and ready for me. So today my plan is to get the sugar cookies out of the way, and then I'm going to do, like I said, kind of 1 every week, making sure that I have all the ingredients. I did go shopping the other day and made sure I had all my baking ingredients ready to go. Check mark on that one. So tonight I kind of got home. It's a Saturday evening when I'm recording this, and I am trying to just kind of chill out before my Bombers play tomorrow. Go Blue. But I thought, I'm going to bake. So I have all the ingredients ready to go. I am going to do the double batch and get my cookies for Christmas out of the way and into the freezer. Don't have to worry about those ones. And then what I plan to do is I'm just going to take some pictures for you guys, and I'm going to show you how beautiful they look and how delicious holiday baking can be. So as I'm waiting for my cookies to cool, and I have a little bit more in the oven still, one of the things I really like to do, and it was a great tip I got once, it was to line, hi Amber, she's behind the camera, it was to line your cookie sheets with parchment paper. And I never really did this for a long time, and then you're sitting there scrubbing your cookie sheets by hand because you don't want to damage them in the dishwasher. And then you line them with parchment paper and you barely even need to wash them when they're done. So it's a huge time saver, stress reliever. Line those cookie sheets with some parchment paper. When it comes to decorating, I like to keep it super simple. Sometimes I don't even put icing on my sugar cookies. I need to keep an eye on her because she's never seen cookies like this before. So one of the things I like to keep in mind when I am decorating is that you don't have to go above and beyond when you decorate. So a little bit of food coloring in your icing, can go a long way. Start with the plain white icing and then figure out what colors you need. Build on that so you're not having to start the icing all over again. If you don't feel like icing, I don't always ice my cookies. Sometimes it's just straight up sprinkles. Add the sprinkles on and you're good to go. I decided this year, since I'm starting early and I'm going to be icing my cookies anyways that are my bomber cookies, I would do some colored icing with colored sprinkles. So I have some colored red and green. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is when the cookies have green icing, they're going to have red sprinkles and vice versa. So kind of just keeping it super simple. I don't have to do a ton to it. Just making them a little bit festive, but less time consuming, not a ton of stress. I don't have to sit there and feel like I'm an artiste because I'm truly not. I can dance. I'm a very creative performance artist, but when it comes to drawing, like my hangman, like when you play the game Hangman, my little stick guy in the game doesn't even look like a stick guy. I don't know. He looks like a scribble. So I am not artistically creative when it comes to drawing, but my Christmas cookies always look pretty tasty. So keeping it nice and simple, again, suiting your sparkle style. Mine includes those sprinkles. I love a little bit of sprinkles. So here's to some delicious Christmas cookies. Kitchen doing more baking. Like I had mentioned earlier, I was gonna bake something kind of every week or every few days when I had some time. So last time I mentioned I was baking sugar cookies and bomber cookies. Update: the bombers won the championships. They are Grey Cup champions after a 29-year drought. That is crazy. So congratulations go out to the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Woo! But back to baking because, you know, game is done and now we gotta get ready for Christmas and nothing is better than holiday baking. So I made my sugar cookies and they are in the freezer waiting for Christmas. I today decided to make some chocolate chip cookies. I know they're not super Christmassy, but they're Nathan's favorite. So if all else fails, he wants a chocolate chip cookie. So I made an extra batch so that we would have some on hand for when he wants some cookies. But I also thought, I have some time, so what else can I make without making a big, huge mess? So I decided to also make some pretzel kisses because they don't use any bowls or anything like that. It's a really easy one to make. It's just the pretzel and the Hershey's Kiss and the M&M and boom, bam, bing. They get made. And so I made both of those today. I think I have, what am I going to do? Maybe 2 more things. I like to make gingerbread cookies kind of the day before I plan to serve them so that they're nice and extra chewy. And then maybe some chocolate crinkle cookies if time allows. But right now we've got cupcakes and sugar cookies and chocolate chip cookies and pretzel kisses. We're going to have gingerbread cookies. So I feel like we've got quite a spread there for the Christmas cookie, Christmas dessert tray. Okay, so just a quick update on all of my holiday baking. It's done. Done. That was my happy done dance because my hands are done with rolling and cutting and icing. And I'm kind of glad, and I'm glad that everything turned out. I sampled the dough. I mean, everybody has a little kid inside of them that still wants to taste the dough. I sampled the dough. I sampled the cookies. So everything is good and ready to go and just in time for my staff party, which leads me to our next topic that we're going to be talking about, which is holiday hosting and entertaining. So stay tuned because that is in the works. But until then, let's take a peek at the delicious baking.